Hello everyone and welcome to Nothing But Gaming. Today I have a super exciting PSVR2 news to talk to you about, Skydance's Behemoth previews. I did all the work for you, watched all the previews, so without further ado, here is everything you need to know about Skydance's Behemoth. Okay, so let's start with the basics and the general concept of the game. What is Behemoth? Well, it's an action-adventure game developed by Skydance Interactive, the studio behind the massively successful The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners franchise. It's an original story set in the Forsaken Lands, a fallen kingdom haunted by a tragedy, in which you play as an outland warrior and embark on a quest to end the curse that plagues yourself and your village. The game is releasing this fall on pretty much every VR headset out there, including the Quest 2, but fear not, there is a reason why the studio chose PSVR2 for the previews, and we'll talk more about that in a second. It will be priced at $39.99 US, and it will take the average gamer about 10 to 12 hours to complete. So what can we expect from Behemoth in terms of PSVR2 features? Well, I'm happy to report that according to the previews, Skydance Interactive is making sure that they take full advantage of the PSVR2 hardware. The game already looks stunning in flat screen as you guys can see, and I have a feeling that in the headset it's going to look literally jaw-dropping. It has a very cinematic look to it, and all of this is possible thanks to the developer utilizing eye-tracked dynamic foveated rendering to make sure that the game really shines best on PSVR2. Not only that the game looks as next-gen as it can get, but it will also be running natively at 90 FPS without reprojection. And this is a huge deal for me, because I hate reprojection, so big W here. So besides the top tier graphics, what else can we expect? Well, we're looking at a single player action survival game that is wide linear. It's not open world, it's not strictly linear, it's wide linear. That means that there will be some level of exploration and freedom in this game, which the developer says it will lead to some optional puzzles and collectibles. Now I personally don't care about collectibles, but I know a lot of you do, so rejoice. Let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. Just like Saints and Sinners, Behemoth is a game that has a big emphasis on combat and weapon interactions, all the weapons that you can access in this game, and apparently there are plenty, like swords, axes, shields, etc. All of them feel great and have a certain weight to them, which helps elevate the immersion and the realism even more so than what was achieved in Saints and Sinners. The combat is excellent, brutal, visceral, and of course you have a stamina bar just like in Saints and Sinners. But unlike Saints and Sinners, in this game you actually have a special ability that makes you go OP for a certain amount of time, which allows you to do crazy, violent, over-the-top stuff like literally cutting people in half, for example. Now I always love it when video games, especially VR games, make me feel invincible, so I cannot wait to test this out. Another highlight of the gameplay has to be the hookshot, which seems absolutely terrific. It opens up many possibilities, not only for traversal, but also for combat as well. I mean, you can literally pull off trees with this thing. It's absolutely insane. You can of course block, parry, hack and slash, and there are multiple types of enemies that you can unleash your rage upon. Now of course we can't talk about Skydance's Behemoth without talking about the Behemoths themselves. So it seems that this game is going to offer at least 4 Behemoth boss fights in total, and it's worth mentioning that these Behemoths will not look the same. And since we're talking about variety, the game is not going to take place only in snowy environments, by the way. The trailers do convey that that's all we're getting, but if you actually read the description of the game on the PlayStation Store, it says there are 4 biomes to explore in the Forsaken Lands, so just a side note here. But getting back to the Behemoth boss fight, apparently you engage the Behemoth with your hookshot by targeting weak points, and then you literally climb the huge monster exactly like you do in Shadow of the Colossus, and you stab some other weak points until you kill the thing. Now everyone who tried this game is emphasizes on the size and scale of these beasts, plus the PlayStation Store description actually states that we will battle these Behemoths in the clouds. In the clouds, guys. So yeah, that should tell you what you need to know about the size of these things. Now it's obvious that the Behemoths are going to be the star of the show when it comes to Skydance's Behemoth. I mean, the game is literally called Behemoth, and while I'm very excited to see these huge colossal monsters in action and experience this unprecedented type of boss fights in VR, I'm also as excited to experience everything else in this game. The environments, the top quality visuals, the poor enemies that I'm going to slaughter, the weapons, the grappling hook, everything here appeals to me and everything screams quality. So yeah, I cannot wait to finally play Behemoth when it launches this fall on PSVR2. And by the way, isn't PSVR2 supposed to be dead? I thought this thing is DOA. How the hell are we still getting these great games? I'm kidding, of course. Let me know in the comments from 1 to 10 what is your hype level for Skydance's Behemoth and if you will be buying it at launch or not. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel as well. I'm doing my best to keep you guys in the loop when it comes to PSVR2 news, so it would mean a lot to me if you help me reach that 1000 subscribers milestone. Thanks a lot for your support. See you guys in the next video. Take care.